All right, Friday's Times and an event about cancel culture has been cancelled in some kind of Inception Russian doll nightmare of wokeness, Leo.
Yeah, so a conference which aimed to highlight opposition to cancel culture has itself been cancelled after venue staff refused to work at the event. It has emerged. So this is speakers at Education, Not Indoctrination. That's the name of the event. So they plan to claim that the woke ideology is taking over schools and universities at the event at Civic House in Glasgow on Saturday. Unfortunately, woke ideology has also taken over Civic House. Civic House pulled the event. I was actually, I put a tweet out to try and find a new venue for them. They have found a new venue, but the reason that the Civic House staff members said that they couldn't have it was they said some of the topics would be offensive to LGBTQ staff members. I think more of the Q than the LGB. But yeah, so for example, they've got Stuart Waiton, who's a sociology lecturer who claimed it's biologically impossible for people to change sex. But that's just scientifically accurate. You can change your gender, because apparently that's a made-up thing, but you can't change your chromosomes.
Claimed it is biological. That's not a claim.
Yeah, that's just
stated.
Right,
it's like claiming gravity exists.
There's a few things dodgy about the article. I mean, they claim that Frank Furedi is now a right-wing libertarian. He's the guy behind Spiked. He's a Marxist, as far as I know. I met him briefly at the Battle of Ideas. He's perceived by some people as a libertarian now, but I wouldn't say it's like a nailed-on fact. So I don't really trust the whole article after that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, my experience of this, obviously, you know, I perform in Glasgow. I've got family there and stuff. A show I performed recently in Glasgow was the venue wanted to pull it because of concerns from staff that it was going to be problematic. That I was some sort of far right fascist or whatever. Because as we all know, the Nazi, the Third Reich started as a comedy show that got out of hand. But yeah, the staff wanted to pull it. It only went ahead on the proviso that there would be a steward there monitoring what was said on stage to make sure no hate crimes were committed.
Okay.
Were any hate crimes committed?
Yeah, loads. Obviously, it's a comedy show. I mean,
do you have anything massive to
add,
Josh?
No, I do. I think it's actually a bit more nuanced than what you're saying in terms of, at the end of it, it seems like the actual venue themselves seem to be very much trying to say, look, there was no attempt to stop the event happening or shut down the discussion.
Apart from cancelling it.
Well, no. In that, it's not coming from the top. They're literally saying, we won't have the workers there to be able to do the event. So it's whether they actually stand up to the people who work there and say, no, you have to do this, which is, of course, what we're seeing in a lot of companies, publishing houses and whatnot. But the point is that it's the employees holding the company to ransom.
We can't have these minimum wage blue-haired 22-year-olds curating what we're allowed to see on stage and read in books. It's an absolute nonsense. They've got no right to choose on our behalf.
You're talking about our production team.
How dare you? So let's do